Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to focus on fixed costs and variable costs in the short run, what a fixed cost is and what a variable cost is, and then I'll show this to you on a graph where you'll see that the fixed cost remains constant over a period of time while the variable cost increases over a period of time. Costs are classified as business expenses which need to be paid for in order to produce output or to produce goods. The difference between a fixed cost and a variable cost is that a fixed cost represents rent, insurance, or equipment, which stays fixed over a period of time, normally a year. And a variable cost normally increases if we assume that the business faces increasing demand for its products. Variable costs are represented by raw materials, wages, maybe shipping costs, commissions, where they increase over a period of time. Just think of it, for example, when you run a pizza shop or a pizza restaurant. When you receive an increase in demand for your products, that means that the variable cost will keep on increasing because you have to produce more pizzas using more water and electricity. You have to pay more people, you use more raw materials, and maybe you have to pay higher salaries. But our fixed cost remains the same because we're still operating from the same premises. So therefore, in the short run, we always have one fixed input and a few variable inputs. Fixed cost is normally represented by FC and variable cost is represented by VC. The short run period is normally a year, 1 year period. And then when we go to the long run, we'll see that we only have variable inputs. But this is discussed in the long run video output, which shows that an input now, which was fixed in the short term, now becomes variable in the long term. But we won't focus on that in this video. Okay, so if we have to represent a fixed cost, we'd represent it by a straight fixed line, which shows that this is your fixed cost and it remains fixed, let's say, at 1,000 Rand a month, for example. So this part here will represent all our fixed cost, which does not change. And then we have a variable cost, which looks like this. Upward sloping and increases over time, or increases as the sales increase. And the reason why it starts off at 1,000 is because, let's say, for example, we produce our first product, we already have to pay rent. So when the first product is produced, no matter what happens, we still have to pay the 1,000 Rand rent, insurance, or equipment, given in the example on the left-hand side. So this part here represents our variable cost. And we can see here that our variable cost increases as our sales increase as well.